right? We're freaking live. We're freaking live. What's going on, guys? Hope everyone's well tonight. Excuse me. We're freaking live. Here we are. So today, the live stream is going to be all about Q&A. You guys can ask me anything you want. I've got some saved up questions here from Instagram and from the channel and from various emails I've gotten. So we're going to read through them. And if anyone decides to join in who's curious about asking some freaking questions, go ahead. The chat is yours. Let's see. Got a message here from YouTube. Let's see if they hate me and want to kick me off even more than they already do. Okay. So, DJ, Mazel Tov, my friend. How are you? So what we're going to do is play a quick song. Now, you guys, some of you know that I used to be a recording artist, all right? I wrote terrible rap songs, but they're not that bad. So I'm going to put you through it. I'm going to make you suffer through one of them. And then after that, once everyone gets in here, we'll go from there. So if you like it, great. You can listen along with it after the live stream is concluded if you're watching this, or you can fast forward through it. But in the meantime, let's play one of these old school tracks. I used to write these when I was like young. But because YouTube really doesn't like me to use other people's music, I'm going to just use my own. And they can't get on my case for that. Here we go. All right, guys, I'll be back in, I think this track is like 3 minutes long. I'll be back in a bit.
I'm back. I don't give a fuck.
Whoa.
Stay strapped. I don't give a damn what the law may say. I'm gonna live my life my way. Stay real free. Being me. Never hesitate to seize an opportunity to lay a track down. I never back down. Always keep a couple fly bitches in the background for the stress relief. Cause it gets kinda hectic living as a true chief. That's my life, kid. It's like a movie. It's kinda fast paced. It's kinda groovy. I'm using words now from the 70s. Don't like that? Bitch, please. Get down on your damn knees. Get down on your damn knees. We all know the king is. Ain't too many guys out there like me that can bring this shit, that can swing this shit, make it work. Nobody can hold me back when I'm on the attack. Cause I'm living my life how I want to. I'm living my dreams, man, I push on through. I'm back from sabbatical. Never stop being radical and fanatical about my rhymes. Got too much shit on my damn mind for retirement. My environment gives me the inspiration I requirement to write dope tracks, then kick back, listen to them all and think, how can I improve that? It's how I live my life. I live for the battle, I live for the fight, and one of these days I'm gonna get it so tight that nobody can hold me back when I'm on the attack. Cause I'm living my life how I want to. I'm living my dreams, man, I push on through. I used to smoke a lot of weed. My life back then, it was all about the green. I was smoking like a fiend. But one day, God intervened. I knew I had to take my life back. Put things on the right track, but I'm still MC Shakes. Even though I got sober, I haven't gone away. I've got way too much shit to say about the way that the world's vibrating today. And I'm gonna tell you all how I feel. Nobody can hold me back when I'm on the attack. Cause I'm living my life how I want to. I'm living my dreams, man, I push on through. Nobody can hold me back when I'm on the attack. Cause I'm living my life how I want to. I'm living my dreams, man, I push on through.
Push on through. Pushing on through. We did it. We made it. We did it. We made it. All right. We're pushing on through. And here we are live on YouTube on Wednesday night. Oh my gosh. I'm so super freaking kind of excited to be here. I am actually. I am very excited to be here. It's been a while since we did a live stream. We got to get DJ back on for our bi-weekly intelligence briefing. That'll probably be next week, but this week we're going to be doing a Q&A live stream. So like I said, I've got some Q&As. Well, I've got some Qs added up, stored up, stockpiled from the various social medias we have. TikTok, unfortunately, we're technically still on there, although I try not to open the app. Instagram, and of course, YouTube. Are we on anything else? We tried a couple of other platforms, but they sucked. So here we are still. All right. So Apocalypse Survivor, welcome back in. DJ, obviously, welcome, bro. So TZ, are you in here as well? I hope so, my friend. I hope so. Oh my gosh, here he is. Dude, welcome. It's been too long, in fact, my friend. So let's check this out. Let's start with the questions. Obviously, again, if you guys have any questions, plop them down here. I'm not going to make you do a super chat or nothing because y'all are like always on here. But I will preface this: if get out of here, if you guys who are always on the YouTube ask me something, but somebody I've never seen before asks it, I'll give you all preference unless they super chat me. So let's start. Hey, Will, how's the day trading coming? Do you think we will see a crash this year? My gosh, a financial question. Oh my gosh. No, it depends what your definition of a crash is. No, I don't think so. I don't think we're going to see like people standing in bread lines or, you know, anything like the Great Depression, not caused by the freaking whatever's happened thusly far. Like, I mean, if a EMP, you know, happens or like a big enough like X-class solar flare were to happen and knocked out the entire power grid, sure, like we could see some hardcore shit happen, but no. Actually, the stock market today did very well. So I'm not too afraid of that. Maybe we'll get a slowdown in Q2 or something, but I think we're going to be okay. I really do think we're going to be okay. Inflation's coming down. We're going to be just fine. As it stands right now, that is. Will any fights coming up, where can we see them? Well, I don't have anything scheduled right now. I am entertaining the idea of fighting this year in the cage. I don't have any plans. I'm just training right now. I'm doing strictly MMA right now. So wrestling, boxing, Muay Thai, and jiu-jitsu. It's the best. I love it. I really do. I get to actually like fight and scrap around and wrestle, and it's amazing, and I love it. And but I do. That's the plan. Where can you see it? What I'll probably do is, because it'll be my first actual cage fight, I'll probably document the whole thing on YouTube. So it'll probably be like a series, and I'll put it on a playlist. And I don't know, you guys tell me what you think about that, if you'd be willing or interested to watch it. But I'll probably, I'm working with a coach right now. The guy's had 90 cage fights. He's a fucking beast. And I won't give out his name, and I'm not going to give out where I'm training just for reasons of security for myself and therefore insecurity. But I will tell you this, that I'll have to eventually probably. And yeah, so if I decide to take an actual fight, I will document probably the whole thing. If nothing else, just for my personal pleasure. And if I win, you guys get to see it. If I lose, you guys get to see it too. And hopefully I'll make it look good. I'm not expecting much out of it, honestly. I'm old. I'm 36 years old. And so for my first cage fight, like to step in there. Now, I'm not going to step in the fucking ring until I know for a fact that I'm ready. And like for me, when I train for something, like when I've trained for my grappling matches before, the first one I lost because I cut too much fucking weight and I just wasn't ready. But the second one I won. So I'm 1-1. And I trained like a beast for that thing. Like I trained for months, and I fucking trained like all the time. So I'm not going to step in there and like fight to lose, right? But if I should happen to get an unlucky blow to the jaw or whatever. At least I'll make it look honorable. But that should be fun, actually. I don't know, man. I mean, we'll probably be local, right? Here in the desert, which could mean, wherever I am. But and it'll be an amateur fight. It's not going to be like televised or anything like that. I'm not that important, but to me I am. And to a lot of people I am, but not to the general public. So that'll be fun. That'll be a lot of fun. And hopefully I can get that arranged by the end of this year, 2023, early 2024, maybe even. But I'm feeling fairly confident, honestly. Like, I dominated in no-gi today. It's just when I fight wrestlers, I have a hard time. But I fought a wrestler tonight. I rolled with a wrestler tonight, and I was doing just fine. So we'll see. Do you recommend any particular methodology of fighting in particular besides gutter fighting? Thank you, Sam. Oh, I try not to use people's names. Yeah, MMA, dude. I'm telling you guys, like, I'm saying, to break his liver. Fuck yeah. MMA is the best. Now, I know, like, Apocalypse is a judo guy. In fact, they started doing judo at the place I train. I'm not really doing more no-gi stuff right now just because I'm trying to train to eventually fight. But judo's great, but dude, MMA, it's like you can't go wrong with it. Like, if you can fight someone and beat another trained fighter that wrestles and does jiu-jitsu and like strikes, you could beat most scumbags out on the street. Now, I always hear the arguments for the RBC, reality-based combatives guys. There's no groin kicks and there's no weapons training and stuff. Like, fine, but like you put any of these fighters in my gym, and like in my gym, there's a lot of guys who fight in the UFC. They're like, I don't fucking watch UFC, but like there's a lot of dudes in there that are like, I guess, more well-known. I don't know. They're fucking beasts. You can't fuck with these guys. You can't. Somebody who boxes and wrestles and does Muay Thai and all that will fuck you up, son. They'll fuck me up. They do. And like, I've been doing martial arts for 18 years. So don't sit here and try to tell me that your bullshit Krav Maga or your bullshit, like, whatever you do is going to save you against a trained fighter. Now, going against Haji or going against freaking, I don't know, Boris in Ukraine, right? Who's like been conscripted. Sure. Like, that will hopefully do the job. Going against Mr. Lee, the battlefields of like Taiwan somewhere or something, like, well, maybe, those guys do a lot of martial arts, but you gotta train MMA and you gotta do it. It's just the thing. And you'll go in there, and this is why I say it, like, you're going to go in there and you're going to fight. You're going to spar. You're going to do a lot of Muay Thai sparring. You're going to do a lot of wrestling and jiu-jitsu sparring. It's going to make you tough. You're going to feel like you're going to be used to getting hit. You're going to be used to like giving hits and actually hitting people for real and trying to hurt them. And like, there's no substitute. There's no substitute. Like, this is how the ancient Greeks would have trained. This is how they did train. They used to train exactly like this in pancration and all of these things. This is how the Spartans trained. It's the facts, right? Do you want to fight a Spartan? Like, if you went back in history, would you fight a Spartan? Some of you would, but like, those guys were tough. MMA is going to make you extremely tough. It's made me a lot more confident in my abilities. The Merchant of Death, maybe. So, I recommend that anybody out there, even if you only do a little bit of it, it's way better than doing nothing. Because like, when I got my Krav instructor certification, we did one round of sparring. It was like stupid, or one day of sparring. And you know what it turned into? A fucking MMA fight. You got guys throwing round kicks at each other. You got guys trying to like tie each other up and, all that stuff. And like, none of that is what we were really drilling in Krav. So it's like, when it comes down to it, like, yeah, I get it. Like, the Muay Thai round kicks and stuff, like, it's more sport oriented, sure. But if you can fuck a guy up in the cage who's also trained, you can fuck a guy up on the street and just add in some freaking groin shots and like some eye pokes, right? Not that difficult. I think we can all like watch Gutter Fighting Secrets and learn how to poke somebody in the eye. It's not that difficult. Or you just watch the Three Stooges. Yeah. So I'll leave it at that. Will, how many dudes have you stomped out in your life? You must be the cops. So what is the secret to winning a fight? When you find out, you fucking tell me, because I want to know. But you know what the ancient Chinese would have said about who's going to win a fight? Whoever's got the chi with them right then, right? Like, honestly, whoever's got the better energy with them right then, like whoever slept better that night, whoever has, more mental victories, whoever's feeling better about themselves. If we're talking about two, fairly similarly skilled people and sized people, like that's kind of a big deciding factor of who's more mentally prepared for that fight. And you've got other factors like size. Size is a huge factor. I've gone against guys who were less skilled but way bigger. And if it turns into a grappling match, it's size plays a very big factor. If the guy, catches you with a lucky haymaker and he's like 280 pounds, size plays a very big factor. So no, don't let anyone fool you that size is not a factor. But those two things, and then surprise. I mean, if you really want to talk about how to win a street fight, like growing up on the East Coast in the tri-state area where I was, guys didn't really like. I mean, we had like some road rage and some shit like that, like some schoolyard shit where it was like put your dukes up. But for the most part, like if a real serious guy wanted to hurt you, he was going to come at you and by surprise. He was going to come at you from behind and yoke you up, or he was going to just fucking take a brick and, some shit like that. Like it was never, you'd never see it coming. Or like he'd walk out of the room and then come back, a half hour later when you weren't paying attention and catch you like that, or wait till you go and take a piss at the urinal and smash your head. Like that's how you win a fight. You take them by surprise and they don't know what's coming. The old sucker punch action. Apocalypse, I'd love to have you there, man. Now practice some wrestling slams that turn into legal headbutts. Oh yeah. Yeah. And I think headbutts are great, man. I'm all about the headbutt. All about the freaking headbutt. So a gun question. 9mm or 40 cal. Well, DJ likes the 40 cal quite a bit. I'm a 9mm guy myself, but it's like personal preference. What you got, but practice and train with what you got. That's what I'd say. What kind of knife should I carry? Serrated or plain edge? I mean, for self-defense, you don't really want a serrated edge. Now, I used to work on ships and we carried serrated blades because we were like sawing through ropes and shit. But like, you're not using it for utility. I would recommend a plain edge. They say, and I don't have this personal experience, but even Fairburn talked about how serrated edges would get caught on clothing, especially like thick clothing. And it's difficult enough to like get through a thick jacket. That's actually why guys back in the day used to wear leather jackets. It wasn't just because they were riding on motorcycles, and it wasn't just to look cool. It's because like it'll help stop a knife slash, right? So, it's hard enough getting through clothing and material with a plain edge weapon, right? Why try to bother with a serrated edge? I mean, if you're going to carry it strictly for self-defense, I would definitely recommend a plain edge and keep it fucking razor sharp. Yeah, DJ, you love the 40 cals. So ways to defend against a baseball bat, I'd have to show you that, but stay close. I mean, like try to lean back and then rush into him. Fucking take him, take his eyes, take his balance, take his mind, capitalize on the fact that his mind is occupied, that he has a bat, and capitalize on the fact that both his hands are on that weapon, hopefully. And, get on the inside where the bat can't hurt you and then start fucking him up. Let's see. Will, talk more about seducing bitches, please, please, please. Oh no, we have a website, and I haven't done really anything with the YouTube channel. Seduction Secrets 101. I'm like over it. You know, I was going to try to start this business with seduction secrets, but to be honest, the more fucking research I did, you've got so many coaches out there who are like so well established. They have an extreme dominance over the market, right? They have a huge market share. And like, what do you want from me? I don't want to, what do I know about seducing bitches, right? I don't know, you know? Be charming, be yourself, be a man. Any thoughts on how to combat communism? Yeah, but they're probably not very appropriate for YouTube. I can't say more. I'll leave it at that. They say the poles are going to shift and we will see a massive disaster cycle coming soon. What are the best ways to prepare ahead of time? Stock food and water, be in a place. So actually, like Suspicious Observers, Ben from Suspicious Observers. I've emailed the guy a couple of times. I should get him on the podcast. He's been all about this, and I don't know. Like, I mean, the guy's a very trusted source. To be honest, like he's scientifically minded. He's a prepper, but like he's always disproved a lot of this bullshit, like fear porn that people put out, right? People are like, oh, this is going to happen. And he goes into it scientifically and he's like, well, these are the scientific reasons why it's not. But over the last, I think, year or two, or maybe 3, the guy's, oh shit, my battery's about to die. The guy's been really getting worked up about the fact that, I mean, that's pretty much what he says. The poles are going to shift. And, I don't know. He's got other theories too, the sun cycles and some shit like that. I tried to watch a bunch of his stuff on it. It's like kind of beyond me, to be honest. Like that's above my pay grade. But I mean, if you were, so the theory that I think we're working with here is that somehow the poles are going to shift. And guys, chime in if you have anything. The poles are going to shift, and like lots of tsunamis are going to get triggered, and there's going to be water coming in and everything. And so I would imagine, like, you know, certain places out in the desert would be safe. You know, I would imagine that people on the coast are going to be royally fucked. I would imagine high ground, you know, Colorado is probably a good place. But other than moving, I mean, I would stockpile food, water, ammunition, firearms, and train yourself, you know, get medical training. I would definitely, you know, have flashlights and batteries. I would have a way of communicating. I would have several ways of communicating, and keep your shit in a Faraday cage. At least keep a, you know, some kind of transmission device in a Faraday cage so you can get information about what's going on. You know, but I would honestly tell you guys, live your fucking life. Like if that happens, the world is so fucked. Like there's nothing you can do. It's like preparing for a nuclear strike. Like, yeah, sure, you should like have some basic preparations. You guys should have, we should all have some iodide pills and maybe a gas mask, you know, somewhere where we could access it. But other than that, and then other than keeping, you know, like I try to keep a couple of months worth of food in my pantry, canned goods and stuff. But like other than and water, but other than that, like what are you gonna do? Like, especially if you don't live in like an acreage or a house, or like you're stuck in an apartment, like live your life, you know, live your life. Be prepared, but also be prepared for nothing to happen, and that you will more likely need to like enhance your soft skills, like talking to people and getting a job and like making money and all of these more important things. Not that they're more important, but they're as important as, you know, preparing for unfortunate things like that. I mean, we've been through so much in the past couple of years that almost nothing would surprise me at this point. So I'm all about being prepared more than ever, but you know, at the same point, you can't live your life for that stuff. So, all right, let's see. Amazing channel, bro. How do I get a girl to smash on the same day I meet her? I don't know, man. You got to look good. That's for fucking sure. You got to make sure you look good. You got to act like a gentleman, You got to be charming. You got to be direct. You got to be very direct. Touch her a lot, make her laugh. You know, that's all I can say about that. And be aggressive. You got to be fucking aggressive with that shit. They say, let's see, I read that one. Do you have red laces in your boots? Fuck, come on, man. What kind of question is that? Not anymore. I don't wear boots anymore. Have you been to Morocco? We would love to have you here. Ah, well, I would love to marhaba. I would love to come to Morocco at some point. Hopefully that's not the Taliban speaking. Yeah, no, I'd love to go. I haven't been. It's on my list. It really is. So, Bashufko, did you see the movie Taken? Of course, I fucking saw Taken. How realistic is it? I don't know. Never worked for the CIA, but I don't think it was very realistic. I think it was an awesome movie, though. That's for sure. Um, I live in a bad neighborhood with lots of gangs and bad people. How do I make sure my family is safe when I'm at work during the day? Thank you. Get some good locks on your door and reinforce those screws. Like typically they have like little tiny screws that go in your door frames and on your hinges. Like replace them with thick ones so that when people are trying to kick in your door, that it's going to be a lot harder for them. And invest in a firearm, whether you're I don't care. Maybe you're a felon, maybe you're not. Like whatever. I would never say break the law, but you know where I'm going with that. Like firearm is the one true equalizer, and train your woman on how to fucking use it. Um, bars on the window make me very nervous. Like I know in rough neighborhoods, like there's a lot of that, but they make me very nervous because I was a fireman for 8 years, and like they can keep you in just as much as they can keep other people out. So, and it takes time for a rescue truck to saw through that shit. It's like I never personally witnessed any bad shit because I didn't work in a bad neighborhood, but like I know I've heard way more than my share of stories about bars on the windows. So you could put some they make film that you can place over windows that make it harder to shatter. They even make some thick enough that would maybe stop a small caliber bullet, or at least help. So you can do things like that. And then, just definitely like invest in a Ring doorbell maybe. And you guys might have some ideas as well, but I mean, definitely talk to your wife about it, and I would do a lot of research, and then things that you make a list of things that you think are prudent, and don't fuck with like shady people as much as you can. I know that's easier said than done sometimes, but like it's usually interpersonal type shit that really brings the bad, the bad. So try to stay away from people affiliated with gangs and shit like that. Apocalypse. I think being on the ocean on a big ass boat might be the safest place. Join the Navy. I've actually thought about that. I've thought about that. Obviously, like it would do me no good right now because where I live. But if you were to have access to a boat and you knew how to sail and navigate that boat and you just kept it stocked with as much fucking provisions and shit as you could, honestly, I think it would probably be like one of your best bets. Now, if a tsunami came, like, well, they have a saying, right? From when I was a sailor, I know like the safest place for a boat in a storm is out at sea. It's counterintuitive, but like, yeah, like tied up to the pier, it'll be dashed. But if you had advance warning and you were able to get that fucking thing out on the ocean, yeah, apocalypse, you might be absolutely right about that. It's just like when do you go on your boat? When do you say fuck it, I'm leaving on the boat? Like if you had like some kind of warning, and I think Ben over at Suspicious Observers probably, I know he keeps an eye on this stuff, so maybe you will have some advance warning if that were to happen. Um, boats honestly a great idea, bro. Yeah. Let's see. Oh yeah, DJ he was showing me that decommissioned Coast Guard cutter. It's for sale in Washington. Yeah, I don't. It's probably a lot of money, but boats are fucking terrible investment. I mean, the things just eat money. I mean, they really do. All right, let's see. Back to this. Let's see. I want I want to travel in Europe this spring, and I'd like to blend in while I'm there. Any tips? Yes, I can help you with this. I can definitely help you with this. So, first tip is travel safety. Okay. We have travel safety. We also have travel safety 2.0 on gunnerfightingsecrets.com. This is a very much in depth training package that will make sure that you're a hard target. All right. And if you are at all concerned about traveling in really any part of the world, but specifically Europe, I would definitely download Travel Safety 2.0. It's direct download. Travel Safety 1, you could buy it. We have to send you the actual like package. But Travel Safety 2.0, it's even better and it's all online. All right. It's awesome. And you can buy it chapter at a time too. Plus, DJ and I co authored a book on travel safety. And that's also available for direct download PDF or audio version. And DJ's voice is very sexy on it. So I would definitely look at those products. Now, I will tell you this blending in Europe as an American can be a little hard. Surprisingly enough, because I don't know what color your skin is, but I'm going to just assume that you're a white dude because only white dudes think like that. But no, seriously, like we're usually bigger. And even though like, I've lost a good amount of weight, but I'm still bigger, right? I'm still just bigger. And I noticed that when I was in Europe last time, Italy, France, all of those like main tourist like locations, like the dudes are small. You got some bodybuilders, but most of the dudes are small and they're not like built up. I don't know if they don't lift a lot of weights, they must not. But so if you're, an average size American dude, just be diligent of that fact that like that alone will make you stand out. And I'm not telling you to like lose a bunch of weight before you go to Europe, but I'm just saying that like your gait, that is like how you walk, and there are like we got trained on shit like even how you stand, right? Like Americans tend to stand on one foot and put their weight on one foot, where Europeans tend to distribute their weight evenly on both feet. Funny shit like that, and then the clothing they wear is a lot looser. Number one, they don't wear shit like this. They don't wear like sports stuff. They don't wear Under Armour. They don't wear like, unless they're going to work out, they don't really wear sports stuff outside, right? So like it's all going to be like jeans and kind of nicer sneakers. And when I'm saying sneakers, not they don't wear like Nikes or like really some do, but like they don't really wear like the running shoes. Like it's all going to be nice, like more like boat shoes or more like low cut, low top type stuff, or boots. They wear a lot of boots, Switzerland and stuff. So it's more dress casual, honestly. Like it's more, what is that word? Like smart casual, unless they are going to play sports. Like don't bring, if you're really looking to fit in, you really should go shopping when you're there, but that's costly. So, try not to wear a lot of bright colors, right? Try to wear more plain t-shirts and stuff. Now, if you have tattoos like me, again, be diligent, because it's not as much of a thing in Europe, depending on where you are, as it is here in the States or even the UK. So, consider maybe like, some longer sleeves. But when I say long sleeves, I'm not talking a shirt like this. I'm talking button downs. I'm talking a collared long sleeve, a nice long sleeve polo, something like that. Tighter jeans. Okay. We wear jeans very baggy here. That's the one fucking thing that always will give you away overseas. Always is baggy ass jeans. Now, I realize that a lot of Americans nowadays are wearing the skinny jeans. Hate them. But that's what Europeans wear. They all fucking love them. Skinny jeans and skinny shorts. You would think from looking at them from behind, if they got long hair, you better watch out, because you might think you're looking at a chick and he turns around and you go, oh, oh shit. No, it's real though, and then for girls, like they don't wear yoga pants over there. Unfortunately, they don't wear much of them. Some places they do, but not much, unless they're going to yoga. Um, even when I'm at gyms over there, I don't see a lot of yoga pants like at the gym. Um, Chicks just tend to be a little classier over there. So, yoga pants, and again, it's not appreciated in many places either, like especially if you're going into churches or like if you're in the Middle East, like, or religious places elsewhere, it's not a good look. So I would like bring one pair of yoga pants, maybe, or whatever, two, but don't bring a lot. So those types of things. But the biggest thing I will tell you about as far as clothing goes, sports, like no sports teams, a lot more smart casual and tighter fitting clothes, right? Tighter fitting clothes. Even if you're a bigger dude, like get tighter fitting clothes, and that will help you blend in quite a bit. And obviously, if you're going over to like Eastern Europe, they fucking love Adidas out there. So then that's a different thing, right? They like the track pants, and I don't know if it's still like that or not, but that's cliche growing up. They love the track pants and the Adidas shit, the warm ups. So hopefully that helps, man. I don't anticipate it being a type of environment where you really have to worry that much. Yeah, I mean, do you get some gruff from being an American overseas? Yes, a little bit, but we fucking own them. Like we do. Like who cares? We own their shit. We're the fucking big boys on the block still. Even though we got Let's Go Brandon in office, they all know who's in charge. All right. So when it comes down to it, it actually makes you a little safer. Just don't fucking stick out too much like a sore thumb. Oak cane. Yeah, it's a good idea. It's a good idea. They are legal everywhere. That's right. All right, let's see. Do I recommend appendix carry for EDC? Yeah, appendix carry. I don't. It's the only way that I've found that I feel very comfortable and confident that nobody knows I'm carrying. It's also a very convenient way to carry because like when I carry in like on the side, like a 3 o'clock or even like more of like a 4 o'clock position, I'm very cognizant of the fact that somebody could yank it from me. Somebody could covertly come up behind me and take it from me. So I feel very secure with it down here. It's uncomfortable though. Like if I'm going to be sitting for a long period of time, and usually what do we do as people, right? We fucking sit. We're driving. We go to a bar and we're sitting. Whatever. Like we're at work, you're sitting. Unless you're like walking around, like it can get a little uncomfortable. Appendix carry, especially like I'm not a skinny mini, right? Like if you got like 6-pack abs, maybe that's better, but like I don't. So like it digs into me, and then I do wear like slightly tighter jeans. And I'm not saying skinny jeans. I'm saying like on the waist they're tighter. I like them that way. So like for me, like it's uncomfortable. I mean, carrying a weapon, period, is uncomfortable. But appendix carry is great. It's just like, is it dangerous? No. I mean, like once it's in the holster, it's fine. It's probably not going to shoot your dick off in the holster, right? It's taking it out and putting it back into the holster when it's in your, appendix region that's dangerous. Not dangerous. It's risky. So what you can do is, number one, have good trigger finger fucking discipline. And when you take it out, like obviously don't fucking pull the trigger like an idiot. And then take the fucking holster off when you're putting it back in. Unless you're going to the range, like, okay, going to the range and like practicing your appendix draw sometimes is appropriate. But I wouldn't do it too much, man, because that's the biggest, like, riskiest time is like once you've got one in the chamber and you put it back in there, it's like you're risking your balls. You want to risk your dick? I don't. So, but I mean, as far as like being very deep concealment, especially if it's like colder out and you're wearing a hoodie or something and a little longer something, and especially if you're running a smaller firearm, appendix is probably the best way to carry concealed without anyone knowing. And again, make sure your shirt's not too short. Like I like to wear more tailored shirts, but if I do that, I'm cognizant not to go around saying, "Hey, everybody," and then it like everyone sees I got a gap right there, which maybe I want them to, but generally not. An SUV. Oh, Jenkins, what's up, man? Yeah, no, appendix is great. It is. Pineapple on the pizza or hell no? Fuck, I love pineapples on pizzas. I know that's the hotly debated topic amongst people, especially these days. You either hate it or you love it. I fucking love pineapple. It's bacon on my pizza, fucking Hawaiian pizza with a little ham. Forget about it. Amazing. I didn't mean to do this. I meant to do this. No, I didn't mean to do this. I meant to do this. See, I know my Italian gestures. Bro, I've been really good, actually, man. We were just talking about jujitsu and stuff, so kind of missed it. But we were saying, I was basically saying how, like, if you want to learn how to fight, like, do MMA. Like, it's the best. It's the best you could possibly do. Are you still teaching Army combatives, man? And guys, if you haven't seen the podcast I did with Brad's a Army combatives instructor. Like, fucking phenomenal podcast. One of the first ones we ever did, or one of the, it's up there with the first ones we were doing. I would definitely watch it. Fuck yeah, man. Awesome. Awesome. We got to reconnect at some point, man. All right, let's see. All right, I think we've gotten through all the questions. Great IG, man. Thank you. What made you decide to start it? I wanted to make money. I wanted to make money. It was a business thing. I made the original Gutter Fighting Secrets DVD, and I wanted to sell it. So I decided to make an Instagram. Now, this is back when Instagram was good still. You could, like, put clips on and, like, talk about mostly what you want, and nobody would bother you. Just like YouTube used to be really good. You could, like, put stuff up. No one would, like, no one cared what it was. Like, there was no, like, fact checkers or, like, Nazis watching your profile. You know, if you live in the UK, the 77th Brigade of, like, disinformation awareness or whatever, it's just been confirmed that during COVID, they were monitoring everybody's account who was, like, anti-JAB. And they were doing the same thing here. It's not been officially confirmed, but, like, you know, we all know they were taking down posts. Anyway, don't get me started about the Nazi communist censorship. But yeah, that's when I started it. And it was fun for a long time. Now it's just like work, honestly. Like, I don't, because Instagram's gotten so left and so, like, anti anything manly, frankly. It's hard to, like, it's just hard. It's hard. And it's hard, like, getting around their fucking bullshit rules, just like it is on here too, honestly. But that's why I started it. I didn't start it to, like, have a martial arts fan page, you know, or like a, what is it? Martial arts, like, nerd page. Like, I started it to sell shit, but it ended up just becoming, honestly, probably at some point I'll use it to advertise again. But for now, I've been laying low on that stuff. All right, let's see. How do I enroll in One Shepherd? Go to number one, shepherd.com. And once they announce the next courses, register and sign up, pay the money, and I'll see you there. I freaking hope you come. Everybody, all civilians should at least do either one semester at One Shepherd or something similar, and learn the very basics about fighting with weapons. All right. I think that's it. I think we're through. I think we're done. Make sure I don't miss anything. Yeah. We're good. We're done. We're done with the questions. If you guys have any questions, feel free to plop them in the comments below. Otherwise, I don't really think I have too much more to say here. Let me give a thumbs up to my own video real quick. Perfect. Yeah, I think it's good. Now, what do we got coming up? Now, obviously, we got the bi-weekly intelligence update coming, geo-intelligence update coming out with DJ probably next week. We got more small unit tactics videos coming eventually. Seems like some of you guys like those. I'll probably start making some videos about boxing and MMA, to be honest. I mean, because, like, I put a lot of videos out there about, like, gutter fighting, and it's like, all right, that stuff's cool. Like, I've talked about it. Even though the channel's name is Gutter Fighting Secrets, I don't really have too much more to say. Like, let's start talking about how to win fights. Let's start talking about modern combatives. Let's start talking about the system that I'm creating here, which is modern gutter fighting. You know, MMA mixed with old school chin jab gutter fighting. MMA mixed with old school judo, throw him to the ground and stomp his face in, gutter fighting. Let's start talking more about that and less about the old stuff, because the old stuff's great, but let's put new stuff out there. So that's what I'm probably going to try to do. I'll get some guys together and ask them if they want to be filmed for YouTube, and we'll make some more videos. In the meantime, guys, I hope everyone is well. Apocalypse, Brad, DJ, TZ, all you guys out there, I appreciate you stopping by. And I appreciate all of the thumbs up and the likes and all that. We're going to still try to grow the channel. We're a small channel still. Let's get more. Let's build this up. Let's build this community up more, because if the more people we have in this community, hey, let's spread the message, right? I know you're all believers in what I am, right? Good old fashioned, real manly values. Take care of yourself, take care of your country, that type of thing. So Jocko did a really good podcast a few months ago on modern combatives. Modern combatives, man, you can't beat it. I'm telling you. When the shit goes down and you're pinned up against the wall by some fucking guy who wrestled in high school, it's a lot more of a difficult situation than you might anticipate. And you're not going to just ear slap him off of you. You're not. These guys are used to getting hit a lot and used to getting roughed up. So it's time to start learning some ways to really deal with the situations, really deal with the problems. Anyway, Brad, good to see you, man. DJ, all you guys, Apocalypse, thanks for stopping by. Until next time, please remember that you are your first and last line of defense. And I'll see you all in the next live stream. Cheers, guys.